Rheinmetall unveiled the UK's new Challenger 3 main battle tank to the public at a British Army event this week, with upgraded armor and a 120mm smoothbore cannon for what the company calls the most advanced tank in NATO. The UK is getting its improved tank as allies including France and Germany are still considering whether and how to adapt their heavy armor to evolving battlefield threats, including drones, which have been ubiquitous tank killers in the war in Ukraine. The Challenger 3 with the Ajax fighting vehicles and Boxer infantry vehicles is set to form the backbone of the Army's future soldier concept, which seeks to modernize the British forces for beyond 2030. The Challenger 3 will bring unmatched lethality to future battlefields, the UK Ministry of Defence said in a video posted on X, formerly Twitter. Alongside Ajax and Boxer, Challenger 3 will form the British Army's future fleet of armoured vehicles. Testing is underway to validate the performance of the prototypes and make adjustments before the remaining 140 tanks are built and delivered to the British Army. The tank was on show at the British Army's Defence Vehicle Dynamics event at UTAC Millbrook, a land vehicle proving ground that includes off-road tracks for testing of military vehicles. The Rheinmetall BAE joint venture in April last year conducted firing tests of the smoothbore gun, which replaces a rifle cannon that had left Britain the only user of rifle tank ammunition among NATO members. Rheinmetall's 120mm smoothbore guns are used on tanks including the Leopard 2 and the US Abrams. RBSL and the UK's Defence Science and Technology Laboratory have developed a modular armour system for the Challenger 3, which the company said is a step change in survivability for the tank, with trials successful so far and more planned in 2025. The RBSL team is making great strides, with Challenger 3 completing successful non-destructive testing, and further capability trials are to come, the joint venture's Managing Director Will Gibby said in a statement. He said the new battle tank is the most advanced and capable in NATO. The upgraded 66-ton tank, with a crew of 4, features 24-hour all-weather sights, engine improvements, a hydro-gas suspension, better communications, and increased electrical power that will allow for adding more power-hungry equipment in the future. The Challenger 3 will further be equipped with the Trophy Active Protection System from Rafale Advanced Defense Systems, designed to protect against rockets and missiles, after the UK tested the system in late 2022. France and Germany are working on a future battle tank system dubbed the Main Ground Combat System, though that's not expected to be ready before the 2040s, and military vehicle makers Rheinmetall and KNDS showed off competing tank concepts at the Eurosatory Defense Show in June here that could plug the gap. Gibby said capabilities used for the Challenger 3 program, including personnel, tools, and facilities, are the building blocks needed for new customer solutions, and we look forward to RBSL helping shape the future of military vehicle design and production with international allies. Rheinmetall and Finland's Patria showed off a prototype mortar variant of the Boxer at the British Army event. The armored carrier mounted with Patria's NEMO 120mm turreted mortar system has a maximum fire rate of 10 rounds per minute and a range of up to 10 kilometers, while able to fire on the move, the company said in a statement on September 19. How does Challenger 3 improve on Challenger 2? The UK has played a major role in the history of armored warfare, pioneering the tank in World War I, fielding thousands of tanks in World War II in the Cold War, and managing to deploy heavy armored brigades to wars in Iraq in 1991 and 2003 without losing a single Challenger 1 or Challenger 2 main battle tank to enemy fire. But by the 2020s, the British Challenger 2 fleet had shrunk in size and languished without modernization due to austerity measures and growing sentiment that the island nation should focus on air and sea power. A chorus of skeptics argued that heavy, hard-to-deploy main battle tanks were less important on modern battlefields saturated with guided weapons and drones. But the UK's NATO allies wanted them to continue contributing their fair share of heavy armored forces to defend Eastern Europe against potential Russian attacks. Ultimately, the British government elected to downsize from 227 to just 148 Challenger tanks in 2021, which have been organized into 2 battalion-sized regiments plus a training unit. The remaining tank would be upgraded to the nearly 74-ton Challenger 3 model at a cost of roughly £800 million, equivalent to roughly $1 billion USD or $6.7 million per refurbished tank. Promisingly, Challenger 3 completed its critical design review ahead of schedule in February of 2023. The design is now more or less fixed and has seemingly avoided problems that notoriously bedeviled the UK's Ajax APCs. Conclusion: the Challenger 3, despite its technological advancements, could face issues due to its mobility and low numbers. Despite its new gun and the addition of the APS, the tanks could be wiped out if Britain chooses to engage in a solo war. The biggest takeaway is in fact not the tank at all. It is that Britain needs its allies now more than ever before. Though one thing is certain, if deployed along with the rest of NATO's firepower, the Challenger 3 could be a deadly machine capable of inflicting heavy damage on its enemies. To put it succinctly, the Challenger 3 is equipped to win battles, but Britain will need more if it is to win a war.